Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Massive Podcast with me and Niall Cook, and we're in a new location. We're like nomadic. We're like the travellers.
We're on tour.
Somebody picked us up in a car and he's ended up in the back.
Chauffeured.
You ended up in the back streets of fucking West Belfast.
We are in the midst of it, like. But you know what? The last time we brought out on guests, we were told, go on, give us a bit of background. So, Paddy McDonnell, one of the top comedians in Ireland.
Right.
SSE Arena, On the Tools 1, On the Tools 2.
Why were the people complaining because you weren't saying who the guest was?
We didn't say who Sean Murray and John Covers were. We just
I didn't say a director, an actor.
Yeah.
And then we just chewed the fat. But
Minter Murray from Belfast? Aye.
So,
very good.
On Quiet Graves, we were chatting about stuff like that there. What a documentary.
Fucking
Do
documentary.
you know what? It was one of the ones where I had the...
And what was John on for?
Talk.
Was John on about his acting? And
So what happened was I got wrote off on it. Woke up the next morning. Woke up the next morning with a WhatsApp. I was going, Ronan, how's this sound? And I was like, who the fuck's that? But you know when you go into the wee
picture.
Then it was picture, John Connors. I was like, what? How the fuck does he get my number? Then I got flashbacks of me drunk. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, I think, and I sent him a message on Insta. Or not even Insta, TikTok. Man, I'd love you to come on my podcast. I know I love the travelling community. And just
So he's doing a film.
he looked at your picture and he went, he's one of us.
He's one of our boys.
He's one of our own.
See, whenever I worked with the travellers when I was 22, I used to bring them to the training centre, right? But I was young looking at 22. I used to bring them to the training centre to do joinery. And
you were one of them.
they thought I was one of them. They said to me, what's it like living in a caravan? I know the old dolls in the canteen. And they had all beards and all, 16 and 15, you know what I mean, the size of me. And then I remember one time, I was like, one at a time, I let them go to the toilet. 2 got away this day. And then staff came down and said, could you come up to the reception, please? And the boy that runs the place says, listen, we can't cope with these boys anymore. I says, why, what they do? He says, what they do is run the road. And as he said that, through the window, one of the travellers standing on the wall, bearing their arts and smacking it at me. So I'm trying to be all professional and all. And going, I'll make sure not to do it again. Then staff started squealing in the office because he was bearing his arse into the woman working in the office.
I used to bring the travellers till school. All the traveller kids.
When you were doing what?
When I was a black taxi driver.
Aye.
And sort of fucked them. I lapped them up. But they're mad as fuck.
Some crack?
The 2 of them are punching the head of each other in the back.
Some space in there?
I just stopped the taxi. I got them out the side of the road. I was just standing there. A guy pulled in and went, what are you doing? You lost your license. I mean, why? Because you're meant to bring your kids to school. I says, have the bit in the cunt on each other in the back of fucking taxi.
But that was kind of the end of it for you with travellers, was it? Did they try to get them out of the car?
I do one the sick.
Aye, but mine, did they try to get them out of the car?
I just stopped in the middle of the Strand Road and there. I went, get out, you fucking bat. I had enough. What they did, man, Brian to tell this story. Whenever we were doing...
See, travellers, they have a law, you know that.
What?
If you're not a traveller,
You're country folk.
you're open to everything.
Aye.
Do you get what I mean?
So they brought me in under the wing. I was there 8 years. But we did a big sculpture. It's actually in the roundabout on Derry now. It's still there, hey? 20 years later. At the Ballyarnett roundabout. And it's like 2 horses pulling this trailer. 2 Pegasus. So we actually had that in the traveller site. And all the travellers that we did it with, the only thing they did was weld their name on the side of it. Me and the artist did it. And then we put it on site, but we brought the funders down for photographs and all that crack, and it's one of the worst working days of my life.
I'm surprised they didn't sell it for scrap.
Did you hear it? So we landed down, and I was like, this old woman, I would say she's about 65, just on the cusp of retirement, and she was down to see the travellers and see the sculpture and all that. And the Derry Journal was there and the Derry News, and we wanted to get this one photo. Man, I'd say it took about half an hour, 45 minutes to take one photo. Because all the young fellas gathered round, they were standing things, they wouldn't sit a piece, all that crack. But man, so the wee old woman was beside me, and there's a big puddle in front there, and she went down to pet the dog, and one of the wee travellers put her knee into her back, and she went straight in there. I mean, head to toe covered in muck. And this is after I brought them to get biscuits, right, for the ones coming to visit. And when we got to the shop, I actually had a whole argument with one of the store detectives because he was following us around. Then we got the biscuits. When we left the shop, got back to the site, all the biscuits were out. You know what I mean?
100%.
But I went mental at them. Fucking the wee old doll, cleaning her up and fucking showed up and put them in the car. Then they leave them back to the other traveller side, at the other side of Derry, and they were bastards, putting their hands over my eyes and all. And fucking cursing, and I was like going up the walls. And actually, it took them about 20 minutes to get them in my car. And then I just steam out of the ears, just emergency stop. Didn't even look behind me. Get fucking out! Everything everybody says about you's true. I hate yous. Get out! And they're all like, fuck up. I mean it! No, I mean...
No.
Did you blow your top?
I had to go in the sick. Vein up the forehead, fucking readily fight any man. No only once. You're just...
Have you ever had a fight with a traveller?
Not a close one, but...
See, once you start that's a momentum. Like
I remember one boy tried to steal me identity, remember that?
That's right,
He got me out of my passport, photocopied it, and I went in and jarred him in front of had a mate with me, never had it around in his life. Because he went up pure white, Tommy, because your man came out of the steam room and I just jarred him straight away, shouting at him.
Was he a traveller?
He's like, I didn't mean it, I didn't. I says, you didn't mean it.
But this is my point.
Accidentally photocopied.
I asked the shop, 6 copies.
The ones that run about us when we were younger, like they says, like, if you want to leave your bikes out in your garden, out the back, behind the locked gates, well then tell us you're breaking the law yourself, you know, you're leaving them there first, lads. You know, and that was what they used to say. They used to fucking say, you know, so that's why they done it. And I got to know quite a few of them up here, like, but I had a running battle for them for 2 years. I must have fought like 27 of them or something.
I think I remember you telling me that.
And know who they brought? Francie Barrett. Do you remember Francie Barrett? He fought for Ireland.
I know the Barretts, what do you call the
Francie,
king of the travellers?
He was the Olympic boxer. And he was in the back of the house, and I just looked at him and lads.
What does all start with?
What the fuck? Like, one of them put his hand up my cousin's skirt in the forest. And I literally didn't even go down to fight them. There was 2 of them. And they were really drunk. And I went... And I was probably only 14, 15 at the time. And I went, they're that drunk. They can't even walk. So your mum practically crawled up the bridge to me. And there was a bridge, but see the bridge, it was a wee tiny river. There were these 2 big massive mugbacks in it, in the middle of the forest. And your mum had to throw a punch at me and I moved like that. Like, it was like slow motion, he punched. And he went right over the top. And I went, fuck. But then I looked, where we were, it was like at the top of the hill. But fuck, didn't he roll the whole way down into the wee river? And the river was only that. But his face was right on him. I have to go down here. He's going to fucking try. So I went down and I lifted his head and he's trying to punch me and I pulled him up the bank.
You're
and I used all the mate, and he was fighting me. So I got onto the thing and I was covered in muck and everybody's laughing. And then he came back, but he was like a monster. Because all the muck. And he's like, and he fucking threw another punch. And we went again. And fuck's sake. I fucking pulled him up. So the state of him, eventually when he got back to the camp, they went, what happened? And they went, this lad fucking and done this and done that. And then they were like, who the fuck was it? So the next day, I was away playing hurling the next day. I was actually staying in McGranney's. And all the ones up McGranney Street were like,
knowing you're 14 or 15, you know the travellers are after you.
Says, they're all coming to get you,
That's the big fear back
then.
So,
next minute, I went in the sweet shop. That Sunday, say that happened the week before. The next Sunday, I went to the sweet shop, and the guy was like, "John's looking at you." I said, "John who?" Fucking blah blah blah. And he says, "Why?" He says, "No, honestly, he's been flying about in the fan all week." He says he has to see you. So I was 14, 15. This guy was 18.
And like,
what's going to happen?
Looked about 32.
And I came out of school one day, and there he was in the van. And he got out of the van, didn't even like pull the handbrake up on it, and run at me. See, he running me. I was sort of downhill. He's coming, so I just put the foot back and went bump out cold. And his van went into a car, and like, it was a whole big thing.
Calamity.
My teacher came out and all was like, "What the fuck?" And I went, he running me, and I hit him.
And what happened there? You're digging a deeper hole into, but you had no choice.
So the next minute, another one came, and then another one. And like, you could just fighting him, but I've been doing for. So it started when I was 14, 15. And I think I was 17 or 18, and we came out of a nightclub, or a bar, and me and my mate were in a chippy or Chinese, and there had been 27 incidents of it.
Is this all ones from one day gap?
What?
Are they all from Belfast?
All from Belfast.
You didn't have to do a college video, no?
And
Paddy McDonnell, I'm coming for you.
It got to the stage where my mates were going, for fuck's sake, no, we went to play snooker somewhere, they turned up in a snooker hall, and they were going, fucking this again, like. And it was a different one every time. And I was going... So
because they must have, like... Because we've seen it so many times where they pull on vans and jump out, and so they must have a wee collection of faces. He's one. He's one. and they see you, and then they just go for it. You know what I mean?
So
You're a target,
there was
like.
this night. There was another night I wasn't even in my mate's car, and he says they pulled in. He was doing deliveries in a kebab place, and he says they pulled in and they seen his car, and four mates were in it, but I wasn't there. And he says they surrounded the car. One of them pulled a number plate off a car into a point.
Jesus.
And was trying to get him through the window.
Jesus.
And he's going,
That's a good move. Isn't
he's
it?
going, get Paddy here, get Paddy here, get Paddy. And he was going, he's not fucking here. And he says he drove away from the kebab shop and where he was delivering for, and they went in and racked it, smashed the window and all. And but that
I guarantee I know how it all stopped. The rat?
No,
What?
it didn't even, because none of that happened. Every time I thought it was literally just a dig,
Aye.
and it was a couple of digs, and that was it. It was just a fake, but they just kept bringing another one and another one. So that night, with your man Francie for it, and they opened the door, and I seen your man standing in the back of the van, and I went, nah.
You're okay.
I went, lads, fuck this.
It's like a computer game. Every time you feed the
I
boss, you have to keep going up the level.
I was trying to eat a curry chip, I couldn't even stand up. And I went, lads, know what? I come in out of this, no more, fuck that, I'm not fighting him. And they all laughed, and they went, do you concede? And I went, oh.
The hell said that to you 4 years before?
He was, he put all that in your mouth. And I went, you tell me.
26 times ago, that's all I had to do.
And I had to say it, I can see this.
I'd laugh. Your man at the school was running up to shake your hand.
I time to run away. 2 years later, I only wanted you
You
to
only
see
want to say that if you can see it.
He was running like that there.
And you're
That
going,
was cracker. You sent me the video. Remember the boy getting chased and everybody's helping him get away and all? And then they're fucking, these boys in black suits are chasing him and he's going through gardens across the town over a water and all. And then he had in this boy's garden and the boys ran on past and I got up and goes, thanks. He was brilliant. What'd you do? I'm a paedophile.
is that right? Was he a pedo?
No, it was like a skit. Your man hides him and tells him, did you see your man? I was like, no, I went that way there. And he run on. Your man goes, oh, thanks. He goes, what did you do? Anyway, I'm a paedophile.
Boys helping him over walls and hiding him and fucking the whole lot.
Oh, so funny.
It's a fucking cracker. Hey. That was a belt there now.
Oh, it was good. Because I said to myself, I was like, we should do this skit.
I know, hey. Do you ever see a skit that's so basic but wild funny and you're going, why didn't I get that? Do you like stand-ups like that? Comedy? No.
Aye, there's bits and I go, how did you not come up with that? Or, do you know what I mean? There was a bit I seen a guy done one time and he had his phone and he done it was like a subconscious was talking while he was on stage. And the whole place was in Newcastle, the stand over in England. And I was just sitting there and I went, this is fucking genius. And here's me, I'd fucker pre-recorded that. He's sitting there doing fuck all. And his phone is doing the stand-up and they are pissing themselves laughing. And he just sat the whole time just looking up and the phone was doing. And I went, that's fucking genius.
Did you hear about Ian Thompson was telling me he was doing a gig over in London? They're asking, like, what's the worst gig that what's the worst act that you've seen? And I think it was like an open mic night or something. Did I tell you this?
No.
So what happened? The MC called everybody on. This guy, Asian dude, landed, and I says, "Can I go and change before I start?" And your man went, "There's a room in there." Didn't know what he was going to do, what not. And your man came out, fat as fuck, right? Massive, but naked, only a pair of underwear, right? And he came out to the front of the stage and everybody's just looking at him going, right, well, this will be interesting. And he goes, I forgot something.
My clothes.
What? So that's what I was thinking. Oh, my clothes? No. He goes, that's right. Took his nags off. Right? And apparently he had the smallest penis
because they've micro penises.
you'll ever see, like.
We had a Chinese guy on our podcast today and he was talking about this.
Where did you hear this? This is the best part. So I was thinking, what the fuck was going on? Your man was the side and he was naked and he said, you seen more poop than penis, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said to the crowd, listen, I can't get an erection in front of people. So I can't. But hold on a second, right? So I got a tablet, right? We're recording of his penis getting hard. So he's this big messy man, hips hanging out, no pants on, covered his diddly-doo. We have video of his diddly-doo, watching it grow out of the pubes. That was his bit.
And what did somebody say this was the worst act they ever seen?
So your man come out and threw him out get him off the stage. What the fuck?
I think that's brilliant.
Just watching your...
I think that's brilliant.
Hey, nobody's stealing your material.
Here. Go by the sound of it. Wasn't like that there. It was just like that there.
Probably one of them, look.
I was like my wee fucking bitty finger.
Just looking out of the putes.
Oh, that's a finger.
What the heck? It's like your wee.
That's amazing. It was like
Probably smaller.
mad.
Mad. What's the worst? Well, like that would be the more. What the fuck's going on?
That's borderline fucking.
I've seen some bad acts, but I wouldn't talk about them.
I didn't need to mention names, but
Nah,
do you ever
but
see a bad
people
act
will
with fucking brilliant material and you're going to fire that? Like they don't know how to punch it out, or they have a great idea and you're sitting going.
Didn't want to say anything. Like,
All my ideas.
you're sitting next to me.
You are a cunt, Paddy. We love each other.
He won't say dick, but he'll say cunt.
Penis, diddly do.
Diddly do. Did your man
What's
call
your
it the diddly do?
I don't know. I think we were wee. Yeah, it was like
I can see your diddly
wee
do.
George. You know what I mean? Your wee, what do you call yours?
Mickey fiddle.
Wee Mickey fiddle. Wee down.
My man says your Mickey fiddle.
Crack was too
Doodle.
vulgar.
I
Was it
said,
your wee doodle? Wee doodle. Why is the diddlies and doodles mentioned?
Because it's the day.
Customers should write a song with people.
Mommy, why are you sucking Daddy's Mickey fiddle? Mommy, why have you got Daddy Doodle in the
Leave
mix?
daddy's little doodle alone.
Do you have a nickname for your missus?
Actually, I don't. Have you? Oh, you're the dagger, sure.
I suppose.
You have. You're famous.
I'm married.
Your dick's got a famous name.
I'm married 18 years. She's no interest in it anymore.
I know.
She gave up
I'm
fucking
20
sword
years
swallowing
married
a long
next year.
time ago.
I'm 20
She
years.
calls it the torture.
Yours is the torture.
Anniversary
torture.
trophy. Do you want the anniversary trophy again this year?
She calls it get that away from me.
That doesn't say that often, like, compared to
Or the headache, maybe. I've got a headache.
The microphone. Sax, you lost the fucking, don't you?
Nah, it's not the.
And I talk about it. I talk about it and I say, you do.
You forget where I
Did you get the snip, did you?
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
After the third, I went, nah.
Snip or...
Child, I was like, no,
Oh,
do you know what?
child.
That's my last.
What would you think? Third snap?
I got it twice.
Yours didn't work the first time. Paddy, you're an enigma. What do you mean?
Didn't
Did
work.
you
I
get
went-
the snap and
I
leave,
got-
and leave
I-
the wife pregnant?
Because it was the burn, do you know the burn the pipe?
No.
Instead of
It
cutting the
wasn't
pipe.
snapped, it was burned.
It's the burn, so the burn the pipe, like with the laser thing.
Lovely.
But you tell you not to do anything, and I went played 5-a-side that night.
I thought you went riding.
At 5-a-side.
five of
It
them.
was that time.
Not a five-some that night.
I had an orgy that night.
And, like we filmed, and the boys talk about this. Aaron, Shane, all were there when we were recording. We were recording this fucking thing we done, which was called Blue Lights. No, what Blue Lights is the one that's all, isn't it?
The BBC.
You were doing a...
Belfast Blues.
Belfast.
Ours was called Belfast Blues. Blue Lights stole the idea. But we filmed that, and my balls, it was like 2 days after it, and I was pissing blood and all, but my balls were that size. And I went, lads, look at these. And everybody went, Jesus Christ, I ain't no way, that's fucking right. Like. And I went to know, and then, so, had to go and get checked, and had that, so they were like, still spunking there, kid.
I had a mate, man, he had an amazing ball bag. I mean, it grew that size. Remember as I was telling you? And I had to get it drained, it was just all fucking...
Barry Ramsey was a fella I knew from Stewartstown, and he had one big ball and one smaller ball. And then Paul Leonard, his ball bag was like an apple. When he would sit and hold it. Like
I know a boy can stretch his bag up and do a mask.
we were in a party one time, and the girl says, here, here's a bit of that apple. She didn't realise it was his balls. I swear to God, it was red and all. It looked like a big apple.
At the grab it.
Here's up, take pips out.
The stretchy bag boy. I was telling you about him. They could pull his bag right up and cover his face like a
So you are both snapped there.
like someone had a high
Are you not? No.
I panicked and fucking cancelled it.
Did you?
It's feared.
Were you really?
Another Wayne would fucking put
Oh, aye.
the fear in D.
It would,
What's your youngest? What age?
5.
You're still getting 5 then you start coming out and it's less work.
Is it fuck? That's mine's at 6. It's fucking...
I have 5, 7, 14. 18, so fucking...
11, 17 and 20 more or less this year. 12, 17 and 20 this year.
Is the 20-year-old the hardest?
Nope. Working away in Queens.
Oh, happy days.
Giving me peace. Most expensive. Do you know what it is at Queens a month for the halls? Rent?
No, because I don't have any...
£900 a month.
Right?
More than my mortgage.
Who pays that?
It's a wee efficiency. She got some money towards it. I'm paying a few pounds as well, but she's moving into the Holy Lands now. In the house, dropped down to 200 a month.
She one of them Israelis, bastards, taking the fucking Palestinians' land.
Did you watch Louis Theroux?
I've seen bits of it. I see when I watch stuff like that, I go down a rabbit hole and I get angry.
It's a hard
Man,
one.
you know, I've been a few times there typing stuff and then deleting it because you're going, right, if I go down this road, it's an argument.
There's my brother-in-law's married to an Israeli girl, so it's like fucking real.
Well, there's a lot of Israelis coming out now and disgusted, getting beat off the streets.
Well, there always was.
Aye.
There always was.
Those are the peacekeepers, like, but Jesus, it's just fucking horrific, isn't it?
No, the Louis Theroux thing, so it's a hard watch, like.
And that's the West Bank too, where Hamas don't even have control. Just tell them, don't even see them as people. Anyway, Comedy Got Podcast, fucking tour. Nice wee turn there, Patrick.
It did. So we talked about the travellers. We talked about Palestine. We talked about getting the snip. What else do you want to talk about?
Snippages, Palestinians.
Any holidays this year, Paddy? You love
No.
holiday?
Fuck's sake.
No.
No, I'm trying to get my back done.
Were you not fucking in Lanzarote not that long ago? And Ibiza not that long ago?
Lanzarote was last July.
Was it fuck?
And Ibiza was, I went twice last year to Ibiza.
Was it work or holiday?
Do you party?
Yes.
He gets up into the booth.
4 days. 4 days of partying. 4 days of partying.
Can you still do it?
Fuck off. I don't do it all year round, so it's like
So one off.
One off, go over there and just fucking let loose for 4 days.
What did you say? You're looking to get your back done?
Aye.
What do you need? Bulge and Dusker or something, is it?
I'm getting it all flagged and sorted out because I just got like the kitchen done. So as I said to her, I might not have any money for a holiday, so wait and see.
Are you doing it privately?
Aye.
I thought you were getting
is that not
somebody
well
around to
done?
rub your back.
Oh my back.
Get me back done.
Going to Turkey to get a fucking a wig put on.
I want to slip
I want to look like Graham Souness with a face now.
I was looking to get my knee done privately and they were looking for 13 grand.
Oh, did you think I was talking about medicals?
Aye.
You says you're getting it done privately. I was wondering. I was going.
He's on about the back garden.
No. Somebody down the fall.
We're thinking of fucking masseuses and fucking boys cracking backs, and he's on about extensions.
Your knee? What's wrong with your knee?
At a torn ACL.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He's got gout. The royal disease or something, or the
Nah.
king's. What's it called?
They call it a rich man's disease, but it was because the royals and all had it. But it's ancestral blood. That's what it is.
Because everybody's doing carnivore now. So
I
what?
can't.
You can't. Is it red meat that fucks you up?
Well, it's everything.
What is it that really?
Your woman says you really need that. The consultant was like, you really need to lose weight. And then last year I went down to 91 kilos from 132.
Still had it.
And she went, oh, you lost too much weight. And I'm
Oh,
like, fuck
fuck
off.
off.
I love that. I love when you go in, they medically tell you to do something and you do something and it's like, oh, but you've done too much of that. And then like, you can't drink. Oh, I don't drink. And they test me all the time. And I'm like, I don't drink. You need to understand. I don't fucking drink. It's put me off drinking.
Wonder what it is then. The real.
It's ancestral blood. It's not even joking. Like, the more I've read into it, the reason why there's loads of arthritis and fucking diseases in the eyes and all this here in Ireland is coming from the fucking famine.
Hereditary. The
The
famine.
famine done it. Aye. So that's it to say. It was just a fucking 1.5 million people died and another 1.5 million fucked off.
And
So-
they call it the rich man disease.
But the rich man's disease because all the royals had it. But what were the royals all doing? Marrying family. So look at them pictures of them all. They don't look like that. Fucking Charlie's big
There's
finger.
none of them good looking, right enough, is there?
Aye, but that's because we're all bucking their cousins. Do you know what I mean?
Germans too.
Every tape, Russian fucking, they were every tape. They were all over fucking Europe, and the like pedigree dogs. Did you breed dogs? I used to breed dogs,
Didn't breed them, but I
and
was
they always
wrong.
had something wrong with them. There's a heart
Yeah.
condition, there's it because they're fucking interbreeding them as well.
I love it.
And
I
the
love the
bulldogs,
idea of you telling people I've got gout. How'd you get that? The famine?
That's what I mean. It's the opposite of the fucking
when
thing. But you're
I'm
right.
going to start telling people
English
the age.
bulldogs.
So,
Just
yeah.
cope over and die.
Aye,
Have
you
a
can't
bit.
breathe.
Keeps going. Aye. Bit of chocolate. Bastards.
But yeah, no, it was after the famine. It was just like wee towns and villages. It was just fucking. You just had to marry who was there. So we're just having kids. We're just fucking, and it was incestual. So
So you're saying you have gout because
my dad's
your
from-
family way
because
back
my
were
dad's-
riding each
because my dad's from
other.
Cool Island.
That's right. You're a cool island man.
My dad's.
Your dad.
I'm not. I'm in fucking Belfast, man.
We did a gig in Cool Island. They loved us.
Yeah.
Loved you. They liked me too, but
One of
you were
them.
like a homecoming. I have
I'm
family
one
in
of
Cool
them.
Island as well. My dad's first family.
No traffic wardens?
No traffic
I
wardens.
thought
in
you
Cool
were going to
Island.
say no traffic. No traffic wardens in Cool Island.
Aye.
It's the one town I've never had a parking ticket. Did
Just
you know
told.
Fuck
I
that.
think Kesey was talking about doing a skit about it, or doing a. It would be the good premise for.
I had done. Now, if Kesey does that, he knows rightly. I fucking had a show called Wardens.
Did you?
And Kesey was one of the characters in it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
And where is it? Where did that?
The BBC took it and I never done anything with it.
Can you not put stuff like that out yourself?
I can if I want, but
Because
I
they give you
sold
money
the
to do
idea
a,
to
like
it.
a
Yeah, thing on it.
pilot.
I didn't do a pilot. It was literally didn't even go into production, but it was called Wardens. And there was Kesey was like the culture in it, and it was going to be in Cool Island and him walking
Shut
about.
up.
And they're like, he was the
He told me it was his idea.
It was the worst traffic warden. He was the worst traffic warden in the whole of the north because he'd never give a ticket out.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
He just, no, come on now. And it was him getting the butchers and all. I have a rip, like, I can fucking show you it, like, it's proof.
Makes sense. Like, it's a good premise.
Hey, what about that for a prank? Videoing yourself going around Coal Island someday dressed as a traffic warden, giving out
You'd
tickets.
take some kicking.
Would you do the orange man in Cool Island?
You don't
Walk
have free
about the
dairy
streets,
corner, so
Free day corner.
I don't know, but would you go into Cool Island?
Fucking,
There's a
you know
snake.
what? I said to the boys in the free day corner, see when I put the new Welcome to London Day sign on? And I got 2 amateur for video, what are they called?
Videographers?
Videographers. Big word.
Big word, isn't it?
Videographers.
You can
Two
say
young
it,
fellas.
you can't spell it.
But we can edit this. So we had 2 videographers, Paddy. And I said, listen, if they get out of the car, keep recording. Even if they get attacked, keep recording. Man, I don't know what they did. And this was like, I went down to Derry early. I said, we need to get down there about 7 in the morning. Like, you don't want to be doing that. When
peak
people
time.
are good for them, lunchtime on. Cars are pulling in, horns beeping, the whole lot. Boys shouting out, who the fuck do you care? So I'm standing, dressed as an orange man. We welcome to London Day.
And there's a wee plump, and he says, if you touch that,
I did to put my elbow on Poppy, or not the Poppy, the Easter lily. No, the big Easter lily. Boy pulled in then because they're like, that's our patriot dead. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, even if you are
Dad, we're
even if you are
the cameraman ran away.
you should have had your dad in the background, he just walks over the balaclava on.
I brought a
I was up the
comedian.
fountain painting the curbs and everything.
I brought a comedian from Scotland. We were gigging in Belfast and we went to Derry. And I said, small shoe about Derry. And I was showing them the walls on. And we were like, oh, fuck it. And then we stopped and we got out of the car and we turned the corner and Che Guevara was on the wall. And we were like, what the fuck is he doing here? And I went, what? What the fuck is Che Guevara doing on the wall? I mean, Che Guevara's Irish. For fuck's sake, you claim every bastard. It's like, he fucking was.
Everybody is.
What do you mean? Che Guevara Lynch is fucking granny was
Che
fucking.
Guevara Lynch.
He was. That's on his birth certificate.
Yeah.
Che Guevara Lynch is on his birth certificate.
So what's the quote? Something about the bleeds Irish or something? Or? It was on that, see that mural you're talking
on that
about?
wall.
Right. Everybody, sure, if you look at even all the sports stars like Wayne Rooney or Oasis and all, they've all, their mas and dads just moved over.
Yeah.
They're listening to
Harry
their accents
Kane.
growing up. What?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, another one.
Well, his dad's Irish and his ma was your man in the Goonies. Did you ever hear Harry Kane talking?
No.
Have you never heard it? Oh, I swear to
Oh,
God.
Harry Kane? Aye, he's like fucking...
He sounds like
Sure, David Beckham was another one too at the start, couldn't talk
he
properly.
was squeaky.
It's like good. You have everything else going for you, you can't.
Oh,
I mean,
you're
hands and
looking
bad.
calm down.
But hey, if you could get a football team that were Irish descent that could play for Ireland, that was...
Your man McAllister plays for Liverpool?
Is he not Scottish?
Nope.
So you'd have him, Rooney, well you can't
Rice. Greatly.
Declan Rice and Grealish. Fucking... They played a couple of games.
Yep.
They played under
Declan
21s.
Declan Rice put a fucking...
Up the raffing?
Up when he was like 15, get into these English bastards.
Now he's their best player, arguably.
His whole family all wear England tops now.
That would have helped Ireland, the Republic, so much, say, having him and Grealish on the team, like. Do you know what, like, you only really need that spine, don't you? And you can fucking pepper the rest of the team. Like, if you had a great keeper, defender, midfielder and striker, then just whoever else.
Sure,
You can put him under pressure.
Jamaican and fucking play for England.
John Barnes, Jamaica. Some player, hey. My
Che Guevara could have played.
Great, Che Guevara.
Che Guevara Lynch
I
used to play for
remember, I
Donegal Celtic.
remember doing a Celtic dinner and there was a raffle and they got me to do the raffle. Fuck, I nearly got killed. I pulled out, here's me, right, what's the next prize? So it was like fucking Celtic decanter, next thing. And then it was a 1916 O'Neill centenary tap. And I was like, signed by the leaders 1916 to play it. Thomas Clark.
Did they not take it well?
Fucking harder, you know, they fucking really did.
Man, the best thing I seen all weekend was when Celtic had to go and play Rangers. And then started singing Simply the Best. So where the opening song Rangers do is Simply the
I
Best.
hear it, I turn it off, like.
Fucking all the Celtic
men. Because they wouldn't give Celtic a guard of honour.
Yes,
so
that's
the
right.
They sat quiet through their own song.
And they were going, what are these bastards doing?
There's a big fucking thing they're talking like we can't do that song now every time they come there.
Celtic's going to play it at Parkhead on Saturday when they get the trophy.
Simply the Best.
Do you know what? I remember being at a party and nearly getting a row one night because there was a whole party going on. Everybody, there's dance music and all, and then somebody said put on the Rebel songs. So you're all sitting there in the Rebel songs, people going, and it really brought the tone down. I was like, can we fucking turn this off? And like they got really offended.
Yeah.
You know, like you're almost pissing on the graves. The fucking. I was like, I'm not saying anything against it, but like the party shite.
Some beats.
We were at a bar in New Jersey, in Waywood, New Jersey, and the wee guy was called Jimmy Pop that run the bar.
What's a tram car?
It was about what's a tram car. Well, we were in there, and there was a guy up singing.
What do you call the bar? The Anchor?
The Poplar. And the guy that ran it was a wee guy, Jimmy Pop, and he had a baldy head. And this guy, so they were playing Joe McDonnell. And the whole bar's quiet, and it was an American actually, and he was like, well, my name is Joe McDonnell, right? And we were all standing around here, and I was going, fuck, Americans and Scottish people singing fucking rebel songs, it's not right. But yet, some of the biggest fucking Republican ones are fucking Scottish, like. But I'm standing there anyway, and this one guy was trying to chat this bird up at the bar. The wee barman, Jimmy Pop, was like, yo, knock on the fucking head, right? And your mom was like, fuck shit, calm down, fucking talking to bird. Fucking playing Joe McDonnell, right? So I'm fucking standing there and I'm watching out the corner right, next to my wee Jimmy Pop. Just fucking, there's a ball. Fucking hit your ball.
No way.
And I was like, fuck, he took a ball. So your mom's fucking lying at the bar. Nobody went over to see him. And then next minute the thing, so they all picked him up and your mom was like, he's fucking. Next minute his mates all took him out of that bar. And we were standing there anyway, and I lifted my beer and I said to the fella, I said, fuck, wee Jimmy's a proper wee Republican. And he went, fucking sure, he's a prod from Lisburn. And I went, Jimmy, are you a prod from Lisburn? Who told you? And I went, that cunt said to me, because I says you're a big Republican. He says, no, I fucking don't like Republican music. He said, but you pull the ears. I just didn't like it, cunt. I wanted to chat your woman up. That was my way of getting rid of him. And hit their bottom of my ball. I was thinking he was a wee child.
He must have been around. I remember a Joe McDonnell story. We lived in a house where me, 5 mates on the rip. It's one of them summers. Everybody was on the sauce. Probably 10, 15 men in the house. And I went out the back garden.
Seems like a gay party here.
Might have been 2 girls there. Don't know.
Is that what you're covering your back, Andy? There was a fair bit of rain and drink happening. Was there any women? No.
Patricia. Big patch with her hair knuckles. So
it's not gay, we don't like
it. I went out the back, sun shining, and same thing. The next door neighbour's wee boy was only 5, and he could sing the full Joe McDonnell. And I thought, this is the best party piece ever. So I just leaned over the fence and grabbed him, right? Brought him into the house.
You're lucky to know this fucking thing.
Joe, my name is Joe. Meanwhile, the whole list of fans running around looking for this win. Cops are called, the whole fucking lot. The McDonald's next door. The whole time he's in up at the fucking hair for the fireplace. I'm a Carolyn taxi. Get on, yeah! Give him fucking fivers.
This isn't a good story.
They love telling it to me every time. Remember the time you kidnapped my son? Paddy McDonnell and young Reese.
That's
Reese,
right.
Reese, was him. What is he now? He's
42.
Reese will be about 30 with his own win. 25, am I?
He always tells that story.
Tells them all,
Tells that story the time running boy touched me.
Yeah. Remember that time running boy kidnapped me and brought me into a big house full of men?
The warm ice ball.
Sing your bastard.
He always tells a story.
3 for 5.
He always tells a story, and there wasn't 2 girls there. It was all men.
There was a man dressed as a woman there.
Fucking hell! But poor Laura's heart was going up. Like, because Laura and Paddy would have been in all the time having drinks and all too.
Yeah.
We were young then, we were talking 23, 24, but they had a 5-year-old, wee Reese, and
they were
kidnapped him for 2 hours. But you know, when the party's going, no, 2 hours goes like a minute. I didn't know I had him that long. I had him clean, washed, and back in no time.
Scared for life.
You're one for the watching there, Mr. Boy.
Turn on the sink. But you know why I stopped the parties? Because cunts. And then
You can't kidnap kids.
No. I woke up one morning, there was 2 vodka bottles empty. Obviously, they were drank, but smashed on the kitchen floor. And I was going, somebody smashed that and just went, fuck him. Getting flashbacks, oh fuck. No, that
do you ever get that drunk? Like you do get the glaze over and you just...
man, I've had all them experiences.
It's a scary thing.
I never learned a lesson much like that.
We were out... Fuck, I think this is the last time I was properly drunk. And I would say it was just over a year ago. And we...
Comedian night out?
No, fuck.
Whenever you went like that?
Did I do that?
Finished the drink up.
Did I?
Like
Baby.
Same thing.
Did I?
I'm with Paddy. What bad?
What was I drinking?
Me and you were in the vods.
Oh, fuck. That was it.
Halves.
That was it. There's no return off that. Once I'm on,
I'm the same. That's why I don't drink it.
So that's
why I don't fucking bother, because
did you
something
bet?
always happens.
Do you know what? It's that big clip where he throws it and he runs down the stairs and like, nobody's leaving till we find out who threw that fucking glass.
Threw it and then batter somebody for throwing it. No, we were alright, yeah. But no, I'm the same vodka. I used to say it all the time. Like, I'll take my first vodka and go, right, guys, see you tomorrow.
the door gets closed. My stag do. That's what happened to me on the Saturday. I started drinking vodka on the Friday night, and they were all going out the boat like a yacht the next day, like a proper fucking day out. This fancy boat, no. They went, we can't take that if he starts in the vodka. So they fucking just left me. And I remember running down the pier and the boat's fucking taking off. Sat in the board and they were like,
boy in a headlock.
and I was that drunk, I fell on the pier and my toe went into the went between the boat and I couldn't get up.
The Yeti sort of thing.
I was fucking drunk, but I twisted my foot. But I was just
Maybe that's where the gout started.
and I couldn't. But no, I wouldn't put the bottle of vodka there because I was going and roll off the edge.
That's what all you care about, though.
So I just lay there, right? And I remember like no tipping it, and I was lying on my side. And when I tipped it, I went, oh, I've drank all that. And I remember just going, close your eyes. You're good at it. And I just closed my eyes, and I woke up, and I was half
sunburnt.
I
know about that happened. Rouse, fucking, and he woke up with his nails and toenails and fingernails painted. We hadn't seen him. Left him lying there. He woke up with left and right written his legs and toenails and fingernails fucking painted. Same thing. My stag do, sure. Armour Island. They shut the island down on us. Shutters down. Wouldn't let us in anywhere. Because the first Armour Island. We went there. We actually went there because somebody says, "Hey, do you know there's no cops on the island the whole weekend?" And that's us, boys. Didn't know the community spirit. Just
running around the big 125-year-old sing Republican songs. I need him for 2 hours.
I'm looking for a child.
I'll take him for 5 minutes. But they got us on the boat and they couldn't wait to get us off the island. They weren't going to leave us there. Like, we left
that wee bar. It was just one bar. We was in
There's
that
a nightclub
one bar.
and then the one bar. My dad used to sing here, you see, up around the hill.
I don't know about the nightclub.
So we went up there, all sat, because we got free out of the digs we were staying on too. So we sat in the nightclub. It was on at 4 in the morning, just somewhere to sit. The second night. Nobody didn't sleep.
What digs?
I think we left somebody behind as well. And
on the island?
Somebody just fucking woke up. You know what I mean? We're all away.
Put him in a worker, fucking man.
Sort of like the worker man, but remind you that. And then when we got over to Burton Port, Sean O'Hagan went for a piss. Fell asleep in there, rang us when we pulled on the strabane. Hey, where the fuck are you cunts? He's sat in my dead legs, can't get up from shouting. The whole way back in Burton Port too. Then no one the stags, what? And the stags over, it's just hang up. I don't know, fuck you. I don't know, Wayne, till I be musties. That's some time ago. I were on the radio and everything, was that bad?
Slavering about you? The Donegal radio?
You want to see who I brought? The Strabane had a peaceful weekend, I'll tell you. One, just every agent you could think of. They were just there, like all the dregs.
Michael Porter?
Something like that. I represent all the good and bad of Strabane.
Yeah.
I mean, same as yourself.
Are you still in the category? Or have you moved?
I think I've moved in the people like me.
Oh, right.
I think so. You don't know. But sure then, you know yourself, once you start getting a bit of success, then you're a cunt.
You were always a cunt. He was always a cunt.
Yeah.
You get people saying that he was a cunt.
They love you when where you're like reachable. Then when you go, they see you doing SSC arenas.
The majority of people stay on. You get what you get is cunts just on.
Online, it's not face to face. Obviously, never.
It's always a blank fucking name and picture. Because I still don't live your day and they got me at the wrong time and your mum. But at times saying it's a man, I'm meeting in a man. But it was just like, what was the fucking thing? Sorry excuse of a fucking comedian or something. And I was like, fuck you.
You shouldn't have been.
Fuck you fucking prick. No fucking picture. Fuck off. Coming on here just a fucking... You can't even do it with your own fucking face. I mean, fucking come up my door and fucking say, get ball back. I'm going now. I'm well, fucking hurry up. Fuck off. Everybody was laughing like fucking the name. Oh, Paddy took a needle and we fucking needed it.
Remind you of Police Academy when they're fucking hitting the fence with all the boys acting higher men and then they come to the gap on the fence. It's like all of it. Well, you were saying
Big high
thing, yeah, they're all or people go and set up an account because they're jealousy just to come and like I get that too. You get great fucking responses and then two and they're never anybody like one friend. Like they go out of their way to set up a fucking email address, Facebook account,
and
then you look at the people following them and then you go, oh, is that who it is?
You can do a bit of triangulation. Stupid cunts.
Yeah.
Aye, so comedy. Comedy Strabane.
Comedy Strabane, yeah, the alley. Just playing in an alleyway.
Get
Just an alleyway.
the granny bags.
Like your theatre is called the alley. The alley. Like it doesn't have a fucking.
Sails in the alley.
This is what Strabane does. It fucking plays itself down.
We love Strabane.
I think Strabane's great, but what I'm saying is
Strabane wouldn't be much different from Derry. See, we would have that Derry field, wouldn't we? Derry's our city.
Not Oma.
Months away, we're all born there. Go out there, do you know what I mean? Know a lot of Derry people. Derry would remain. No, if you're talking distance, see people live up in Strathfoyle. We would class that as Derry. Derry people, don't you know? They just see what out the Limavady Road like, way out there. Would you? We would. We class it. So from the centre, I would say from the city centre to Strathfoyle, you'd get nearly the city.
Because when we were going to get drugs, we always said Derry, but we meant Strathfoyle.
Carnear.
Grey
Steel would be you're on the road to Grey Steel, like out that way. So I would say if you leave the city centre of Derry and one drives to Strabane, one drives to Strathfoyle, you'd be around the same time.
You wouldn't be far off.
Wouldn't be far off it, don't I mean? As the bird would fly. So Strabane, but the last time we did the alley was you headlining our Christmas show. You had people crying and all. The wee sad story at the end and all.
It was lovely.
Class. It was a brilliant fucker. It was like we did 4 of them. That was the
What
one.
was the sad story?
You did it. That's all I said.
Yeah, I can't. I'll tell you.
I would take. It's like a fucking 5-minute bit. It's not even a bit too. It's like truth.
Aye.
But funny as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your bit?
Yeah.
Aye.
I thought somebody was shouting out of the crowd. Like.
No, it's a story about like a guy I knew and something happened to him, and then it's about me not being able to turn comedy off. But it was also like
you were worried about what you said, but the family loved it.
Well, it turned out good when I fucked up.
Right,
basically,
okay.
I said the wrong thing at the wrong time, which you can do as a comedian.
Ricky Gervais always chats about that, knowing place.
Well, I was
you're a wild man for that.
I don't want
You're in a situation where you shouldn't be saying it, but
it just comes out.
And it's either going to be amazing or you're the biggest cunt in the world.
I was driving the black hack one time, right? And this girl got in, and the whole way down the road, she's fucking up the parcel, she off the back. And the way we were in the front by a glass, like, fucking. And we get down till fucking Castle Street, but down. She was in the taxi on her own the whole way down. That's how I remember, because it was a fucking 170 job the way from fucking Poglass down. And she got out and she went, there's a fucking wee bee or a fucking wasp. And get down into a wee hole and tap a fucking thing and it's just vibrating about. And I says, fuck, it's not the first thing I'm sure it's vibrated about in the hole. And why I said it, I don't know. And she just looked at me like, did you just say that? And I went, I have no idea what I said that.
No filter, you see, just...
Hear me, I wasn't thinking about what you think I was saying. I wasn't. I was genuinely thinking about like a fucking fly or a bee going into a hole and vibrating about.
Vibrate.
So, but saying it to a girl that you don't know, it sounded like you were talking about a vibrator going up her hole. And so she just looked at me and I was like, genuinely, and she went, no, I get you. And she walked away and then she laughed and I went, thank fuck, because all it takes is her to fucking make a complaint and that's, like, no. Scumbag, taxi man, only in the Sunday world this week.
I offended a room full of people. Remember when I dressed up as Orange Man? When I dressed up as Orange Man, busted on the... wasn't awake, but he was on his way out.
That's right.
A friend of mine wanted me to do Orange Man, but we had the phones off because we were doing 2 or 3 podcasts that day. And my dad says, Mom, I said, my dad looked and he said, fuck, they must know you're coming, the place is packed.
Well, last rites,
family called. Everybody on. Now, you had family there that didn't even know I was oh, you fucking Fenian bastards, move, Lord, what are you doing here? And I think...
Did you know that...
I hadn't a clue. I thought they were there to see the fucking... me doing fucking the Orange Man for Big Josh, or Big Josie.
And was Big Josie the one getting the last rites?
Yeah.
So it was alright then. It did that.
I did do alright. It went alright, but it was when somebody came in with sandwiches.
You Fenian cunt!
I seen the priest that says, I hope you cured him. He says, what are you talking about? You cure him as Protestantness or as Catholicness? And he looked at me and he says, he went against the priest. I'm standing and loving him and he's doing the
Please do that.
I says, turn him into a Protestant. And he went, but that's after giving last rites. And I'm going, this is the Twilight Zone. Because I didn't know. I seen a dog come with sandwiches in and I went, oh, fuck.
Seen the big urn getting brought in. You went, this is weird.
And his favourite cousin, they're like brothers, he came out. He was away out the back.
He was gay? Fuck me. He came out, he was gay.
No, he was the one that booked
me. I was here, by the way, I'm gay.
Booked me.
Had to tell him before he died.
And he had a big... the only way I got out of it, that's how it finished, was his eyebrows were massive. And I pulled the moustache up and said, here, one of your eyebrows fell off. And threw it at him.
Everybody laughed. And
people said the laugh happened when I left. And my dad and me were walking up the street and I said to him, Dad, you're one useless cunt. Because it was my dad organised it. But didn't know that the fucking...
It was the last rites. I have a fucking... the family loved it then.
They loved it after it then. I did a wee clip about it. We did it in the podcast.
Yeah,
and they loved it. Like, we only have clips too, about 5 minutes
Something to talk about.
Fucking hell.
And did Josh see you? Like
Josie?
Did he see you?
No, sure he was out.
Was he done?
It was on his way out, like in the coma sort of thing.
Imagine that being the last thing you see.
Sure, I was in. They had me in the room. I was going, John, it's me!
And was he out? Was he dead?
I went awkward, like.
Was it?
It's something, the winds are all crying.
Shaking him.
He was out. I go, and they were going, your band's only Orange Man's here, John. I'm going, alright, you fat bastard. Just in mode. And that's the type he would have been. He's one of the boys, like.
I was.
Did he not?
He would have fucking loved it.
He would have loved that. He would have loved it.
But he was dead?
Not yet.
You done a gig till a dead man?
Yeah.
They got you in to finish him off. That's what it was.
Just
Here, he's nearly out. Get big fucking roll down. He'll fucking sort it out. And he only went second bar for fucking 2 hours.
What was it that Wonder said to me when I came into? It was something about the driver's in. The driver's in. I said, the fucking needs a driver, don't he, bastard? I thought he meant he was getting driving about, and do you know what I mean? The driver's in. I was like, fucking driver, there's a Fenian cunt. Now, there was boys sitting with the fucking IRA, GAA tops. You know, the fucking proclamation and all that.
What's this?
They were looking at me because they knew nothing about this. Who the fuck's this boy? Coming busting in. Sash, bowler hat, moustache, suit, all that.
And you did, you were leaving the pod and you didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it because you know where we had that pod that looked like a fucking clamping. Remember that one? You and Tommy did it, where we were meant to get him. And Tommy chickened out. Cross the road. So I literally walked out of there. My phone was in airplane mode because we were podding. My dad was ready. He said this place is packed.
Were they sending messages saying don't come?
Aye.
Just a calamity again.
Once I turned my phone on.
Just a series of errors.
Bleep, 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 bleep. Do not come. There was next one, capital letters. Please do not come. Rieker.
You sure I wasn't from
He's out the back looking on the window.
I wasn't from her.
He's out the back looking on the window while chaos is ensuing.
Who? The one that organised it?
The boy that organised it. His best friend.
Laughing like fuck.
Laughing his balls up, but didn't want to see me as well. And then, then I came in there and I was like... There was a moment where I was just dressed up, but like this.
Tough crowd.
I was like, what the fuck's going on? You know, have you ever been...
Nobody ever came to you and talked about
it? Mental stuff goes on, and you have to think about 7 things.
Was there nobody came to you, like, afterwards?
The priest.
No, but what? And go, what the fuck?
Man, 70% of the room were going, what the fuck? Like, because at least some people knew the character and we knew we were mates. But the rest were just like, who the fuck are we getting?
He's walking in going,
yo! Another one! Another take, bicycle!
One nil to the Rangers.
Out the door in, and then I had another mate that drove by, and I seen a boy in a sash outside the chapel in a Republican part of the town, like, and I was like, what the fuck? But I seen me taking it off, or taking my sash off and red face, talking about no argument with my dad.
Can't march here.
My dad just left me embarrassed. Fuck you. He walked away. Like, he left me on my own.
At what moment when you went in did you go?
The sandwiches. Whenever your woman came with sandwiches, I was like, they hardly brought sandwiches for this gig that
Soup and sandwiches.
Aye. I was like, what the fuck? And then I had to double down then. The priest came out then, I got stuck into him, and it was just, fuck. And it's just saved the day with seeing Rieker's big, thick eyebrows coming towards me. I said, man, here, you dropped an eyebrow, threw it at him, Wanda. I got outside, and I was like, you fucking wanker, walk off. And just whatever happened then, they got on with the rest of their day.
Can you do the funeral?
Oh, fuck.
You done the wake, can you do the
Any
funeral?
students on?
There's always a story. Remember the other funeral we went to? I had a mate that started handing out Holy Communion. That's a story for another day because we have to.
It's 8:05, boys.
We're gigging on very soon. So, Paddy McDonnell is
13th
bringing
of June.
his tour 13th of June.
Is that what you said?
What did you say?
13th of June.
Wasn't it the 13th?
Yes.
13th of June, Alley Theatre, Strabane. And me and Eamon McElwee are opening for him.
Eamon McElwee.
So Eamon McElwee's going to be there. The photographer says Eamon McElwee's the only comedian he's took a photo of that has no shadow.
No reflection on the mirror.
No, I'm just fucking
He literally went out in Letterkenny and the room went.
what the fuck?
I heard somebody going, what the fuck?
Because see,
Eamon will be able to tell you more what was said, but like he kept hearing this person commenting on him while he was on stage.
what am I experiencing here?
Like your mom was going, what the fuck is he or something? Like your mom kept saying, but the first 5 minutes I said to Roland, I was standing at the side because Eamon has the ability to fucking rack the room.
Aye.
But sometimes they can be cold, and
Aye.
you've experienced that too.
Yeah,
We've all done that, when you're going to support somebody and they go, I'm here to see Paddy.
They're not comedy club goers, so they just see Paddy. Like I got up on the first comedy show I ever went to in Derry was what do you call him? Best in the Republic, best in Ireland. Tommy Tiernan. And he had an opening act and I was like, who the fuck's this? That was your first reaction. Who the fuck's this? I came to see Paddy, you know what I mean? So they can treat you a wee bit, but then they get on it now.
Yeah, so they fucking loved him. They absolutely loved him. He just got to the stage where he was like,
He's getting some stick now because apparently he's got a new bit where he tells everybody that he's just an award-winning comedian. So everybody's going, Eamon McElwee, the award-winning comedian.
He won the award down in Sligo.
Apparently it was just easy. He won to. Once it came off, everybody, the judges were going, that was easy. Picked there. He has a great writer, like. And his character.
Writer?
Writer.
Right. I was going to say,
Great
did he live in that house for you?
He looks like a
He can sing rebel songs for 2 hours.
He told me a story.
I could pick him over.
He told me a story where you and him went to Derry one night. And you can't remember it, he says.
A party night?
Aye.
Nice, man. If I had a fucking pound for everybody that meets me and says they have a story, and I don't know if they're true, there's a good chance, but because I tell you, vodka.
Were you friends when you were younger?
We know each other for. That's what I was saying.
Did you party together?
Not really. Did we? A couple of times. I would have been fucking.
Did you go to school together?
Drink. No. I was the same school, but not the same class. He lived literally across the road from me.
We were fucking
Neighbours, like.
Everybody needs good neighbours. Well, you just weren't good neighbours, weren't they?
no.
Yeah. Whenever the cops come in, they knew.
His dad was never there, was ever. All these men kept calling him fast.
5 milkmen, 6 main men.
I was always like, why do you get so much milk over there?
Why do I look like the milkman, man?
Why does your window cleaner stay about the house all the time? Every time a bird shade, he's out cleaning it.
Why is he cleaning the insides?
Where's next?
Naked with his own pants. Oh, sorry.
What do you call your daddy? This week, sir. This week.
Oh, Oh, remember our mate was a window cleaner and he was doing my window and I opened it just for the camera. Fucking doing looking at my wife's window, you fucking people. Tommy doesn't even have a bucket with him. Look at him. He's going, fuck off, boy, this looks bad, man. So, let's get the date right just before we finish because we might have said.
I think it's Friday the 13th, am I right?
Friday the 13th. Is it Friday the 13th?
I think so, yeah. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th with in Strabane.
In the Alley Theatre.
Alley Theatre, Strabane, Friday the 13th of
Come out in force.
June. Come out.
Get
It's half sold.
Get your tickets.
Get the rest done now because me and Maggie are looking forward to it as
Yeah.
well. Our hometown
There's still
gig.
some good seats there. I was looking. There's still some good ones up at front.
The balconies was a crack around
They'll
there.
want to see McAwee up close.
Come out, you blackened fans.
The outline of Maggie, just the fucking hell of that.
I'd love to get McAwee to do like a Calvin Klein photo shoot.
Man, he put on
Mr. Burns, just
remember
the
the
pants,
boxing
or-
gear? Fucking on my show.
Ah,
Came out with my boxing gloves and shorts up to there, and it was just like, fuck, there is nothing to him. Like, I think he's about 7.5 stone, you know.
no way.
Like, really?
If you had
What
him,
do you think he was at?
if you had him,
Six?
you would kill him. Like
Sure, he was meant to box, like, what do you call her?
big Waddy McCullough.
She was class when she fought.
Oh, Heather Anderson.
Heather.
Fucking he get killed.
I know, man, would have been brilliant.
She hits
I
like a man.
think she'll go on
She
there.
hits better than a man.
Aye.
Is what I was going to say.
Straight technique, brilliant, right? We were watching it, was like,
My boxing coach was like,
She would
"She's
kill
fucking-"
McAwee, like.
She says, she's unreal.
she'd knock his tooth out.
The one left.
He just has a wee gum seal, this one too.
The one tooth coach, it just.
What would be funny is if he took the one tooth out and then put a gum shield. I'm not sure it's for your gums. It's a gum shield.
I have a mate like I went on holidays. This is where the fuck's your false teeth? You seen the gums? It was a top drawer in the house. In the bedroom. I says, what the fuck do you not bring? He says, I'm fucking losing them over here, man. Went on holidays, left his teeth in the house in case he lost them. Man, that's where you wear them, like. You wear them on holidays, like.
Your band sipped up.
I know.
This is the boy that blew his load when a girl brushed her hair in front of him. It sat at the end of the bed. He says, boy, she just brushed her hair.
All over his teeth.
I'm still just.
Teeth fell out, eh?
Right, that's
Right,
us.
there you go.
We're going to Lavery's now, do you?
Yeah.
Have the crack.
Go to work.
Up a hooch.
I hope you were recording.
Oh, Jesus.